Well, hey there. Have you ever gone to the gun store or seen some really badass gun that you thought you had to have and you went out and chased it because it's going to make you better at protecting yourselves? Chasing gear, we've all done it. It's cool. Better car, better tires, better guns, better hammer. Here's the thing, we can't all afford that stuff. And when we think about what we've got to have versus what we want to have, sometimes it'd be better having something that costs less and then putting in real-time training with it versus going out and buying the more expensive thing and not having money left over to train. Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. I pulled a few budget models out of the safe. I'm not above them. Something that works well but doesn't cost a lot, I'm on board with it. And we'll start right out of the gate with this Ruger Max 9. Once in a while, firearms come to me when I go into a gun store and I see something in the used cabinet, couple $100, I'll scoop it up in case I've got somebody in the family that's going to be getting into firearms and we can help them, or I need an extra firearm for training or something like that. I'll scoop it up. This little Max 9, 12 rounds in the mag, 1 in the chamber, very simple, right? It's Browning style, 100-plus-year-old technology, Tupperware gun, got a big old fat fiber front sight. I'll do some mag dumps with it and just show you how she works. Nothing crazy, few $100 in the used case. The magazine is reminiscent to me of the Smith & Wesson Shield. It's kind of what it looks like. Ruger's been around a long time, guys. They're one of the probably best U.S. firearm makers, still going strong. Happy to see that. In addition to that, sorry for the airplane noise, I pulled a couple of these guys out. Now, revolvers have been cool long before people have made them cool again. Kudos to our guys at American Fighting Revolver for, with gusto, bringing back the love of the wheel gun. This little guy here looks like a Smith & Wesson, but it's not. It's a Taurus Model 85. So it looks very much like a, let me grab one. Looks very much, this is a aluminum stainless version here. Looks very much like this Smith, but it's not, right? So this is the 637-2, one you guys have maybe seen me use in videos. My 642 shrouded hammer. Got a lot of them here. Check this out. I'm like snubbing hard today, guys. But you can pick something like this up in the used cabinet. Could, now people chasing these things, maybe the price is going up a little bit, a couple $100, $175, and they work pretty darn well. I'll show you here in a minute. That 38 special, and then I've got another one. This is, I believe, a 605, so it's a 357. Double, single. You might poo-poo this and say, oh no, I'm never shooting a Taurus or something that's not this or that make. Look, I remember a time when I couldn't afford diapers, very embarrassing, or was digging underneath the couch cushions for some money to buy gas to get to work the next day, right? Maybe some of you haven't been there, but some of us definitely know what I'm talking about. So the thought here in this short video, don't be afraid to find something other than the big fancy thing to be capable of protecting your family. Because you know what? A bad guy doesn't care what held this round when it punches into him to stop the proverbial threat, right? The target certainly doesn't care what color, what make, what model. And now, of course, if you can afford something better and you want it, go get it, but don't think you have to. I think the last analogy I would use in that, if my roof's leaking, I've got no problem going to Harbor Freight or to a second-hand store and buying less than brand new perfect tools or amazingly expensive tools to get my roof fixed, right? I'd rather fix it with low-end tools or budget tools than no tools at all. That's all you got to say. So why don't we do this? We'll run a couple rounds. I've got a new USPSA target at about 4 yards in front of me. We'll take a peek what this looks like and circle back to you in a second. I got beautiful Bennett on the range here. You got your eyes and ears on? Eyes and ears. All right. Let's see. So let's take this little Ruger. The magazine, kind of reminiscent to me of some of the Smith & Wesson, like Bodyguard, smaller shield styled firearms. 12 rounds, got it loaded up with Supervel, my preferred ammunition, made in the USA by excellent people out in Henderson. This one comes with a thick fiber front and blacked out rear. No external safety on this firearm, so the controls are slide lock lever, mag release, which works pretty good. For the minimal amount of stippling on here, the gun's pretty easy to hold on to. I've got you guys fairly close, making sure I'm not going to shoot through the cardboard and hit some steel. And I'm going to run these 13 rounds as fast as I can. Here we go. "12 rounds. I forgot to top off the chamber. That really wasn't as fast as I could. We'll load it up and we'll try it again, but I'll show you what that little mag dump at 4 yards looked like. Not terrible. Kept them all in the A zone. I can easily cover that group with the palm of my hand. I'll top it off and we'll do it again. All right, Bennett's pasting those up. I'm going to move the camera here so we can shoot another group. Once she moves, the both of us will go down range, and you'll see these holes appear. I'll shoot a group down here just below that one so that we can kind of see what's happening. Give me one more of those, please. Okay. Thank you. Give myself a little aiming point down here. And we'll kind of see how this gun recoils. Here we go. That worked pretty good. So you guys can see, watching that group appear, I'm not very far off the target, 12 feet or so. We shot a nice quick string of fire with the goal in mind of just seeing how this gun feels in the hand. I've put maybe 200 rounds through this gun. Now, one would argue, is that enough to find out if it's good to carry? As much as I've shot it, I've got zero issues with it functioning. We've got a nice little holster that it was given to me with when I bought it. A little outside the or inside the waistband, pardon me. This one happens to be made by I can't see, Phalanx Defense Systems. A nice little inside the waistband 2-pointer. But something like this, get for a couple $100, especially in the used rack, and I wouldn't have an issue with it. Let's take a look at those Revolvers. We'll start out with this beauty. Now, something cool about Revolvers is the way they work, man. There's something really sexy about the way a revolver gets the job done. They take a long time to load though, right? So that's the downside. I'm just loading these up with some FMJ ball. We did a recent video with our guys down at the Revolver Fest. The one I'm referring to is with good buddy Chuck Haggard. And Chuck was talking about in that video what he carries in a snub. It's not what you'd think. I'll link that in the description. So I'm just gonna get a nice group going out here on the target and show you guys what it looks like. We'll get a couple camera angles. Let's get it done. Look at this. Let's go see that target. Shooting relatively quickly, and you know what? For some reason, that gun still went off. I got one up high, all in the A zone. Let's see if I can change the angle of the dangle with the sun there. Bennett's gonna pace those, and I'm gonna change the angle and show you another little run at those with the camera behind the target. You guys don't have a hot chick to come to the range and pace? That's brutal. Let's see, let's get a nice angle here. The other cool thing about Revolvers is I can carry them right in my pocket. And what you're seeing me fighting with is why these shrouded hammer pieces came to be. Let's see what we can do here. We'll shoot a nice tight group this time with the first volley. As you can see, those rounds were touching. Not too shabby. You watch the holes appear. Can a budget gun get it done? Sorry for the bad camera work here, guys. Can a budget gun get it done? Of course it can. You've got to put the work in. Here's my final synopsis. Couple things. Don't cheat yourself into thinking that you've got to have some expensive gear to protect yourself. Second thing, if you can't afford to train, doesn't matter what stuff you have. Third thing, do not forget to train your physical body. And then lastly, visit my friends at Superville and at Fisher Blades to check out their great products and get you a chick like that to pace targets. I wish you could. I wish you could. You can't have her. She's mine. Be well. Don't be dickheads. Tell somebody you love them. We got some more videos to film, so stay tuned. And if you like what we're putting out here, please follow, please share, all that good stuff. We can't exist without you. We appreciate you. We love you. Talk to you soon.